properties of catalyst. This topic we are going to learn today. This is the topic we are going to learn today. Here, you can see here is the exothermic reaction. Yes, and another is here exothermic reaction. We are going to learn today. Another you are going to learn here catalyst today. Catalyst. Yes, you are going to learn catalyst also today. And the types of catalyst, positive catalyst and negative catalyst also you are going to learn today. And we are going to learn about the negative catalyst also. What is negative catalyst? That topic also we are going to learn today. Yes, and we are going to learn today about the catalyst also. Yes, this topic we are going to learn today. And another topic we are going to learn today is the, yes, these are the topic we are going to learn today, okay? Just you see here, information obtained from balanced chemical equation. Okay, then suppose one balanced chemical is given to you, then what information do you know? What information you can collect? What you can say from that chemical equation? Not your previous knowledge. Hey, we have a chemical equation. There is two equation. Balanced chemical equation. What information you will collect from there? Not on the basis of your previous knowledge. Just look at the chemical reaction and what you see there. So number one is there. Number one, we know the name and molecular formula of the reactant and product. Yes, the first things we know there is that reactant are written on the left hand side, product are written on the right hand side. We know their name. Yes, if there is calcium carbonate, then CaCO3. Yes, that is the name we know, the reactant. In product, calcium oxide, a carbon dioxide is there. Then we know the name and molecular formula of reactant and product. The following one. Hey, you can see here, one equation is here. Suppose let's take an example of this equation. You can see here. So carbon, here the reactant are carbon and oxygen, and product are carbon. Product is carbon dioxide. By seeing this chemical equation, you don't have to know other knowledge. Your chemical reaction here, everything reactant carbon and oxygen, product carbon dioxide. You can easily identify. Yes. Two number. Who can read this two number information? Who can read?
We know the numbers of atoms present in the reaction and product.
Reactant and product. Yes. How many atoms are present here in the reactant? Suppose in this equation, you take an example of this equation. Carbon oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. How many carbon atoms are there in the reactant?
One.
In product, one.
One.
And how many atoms of oxygen are present in the reactant and product?
Two.
Two atoms of oxygen in the reactant also and product also 2 atoms. So we can easily identify how many number of atoms are present in the reactant and product also. Yes, 3 number. Who can read out this 3 number? One you can read 3 number.
We can know the type of.
Yes, we can the type of chemical reaction. Actually, this type of chemical reaction you are not learning here right now. You will be learning in class 10 compulsory chemistry. You will be learning in class 10. You will be learning there. Yes, your friends are coming just now. Let me everything. In type of chemical reaction, there are combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, neutralization reaction. Such type of chemical reaction type with your combination is two substances combine each other and it forms the product. This like this one, carbon and oxygen they combine and forms the dioxide. Combination reaction. This is called combination reaction. Yes, and this one reaction you call calcium carbonate is heated and it forms calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. One substance is broken, then it is called decomposition. And there will be the displacement reaction also. The radical of two reactants will be exchanging each other. And another neutralization, acid-base reaction. will be there. So type of the reaction. So just by looking this reaction, you can identify the type of reaction. It's not. Carbon plus oxygen, दुईटा सब्स्टेन्स कार्बन र अक्सिजन दुईटा सब्स्टेन्स रियाक्ट गरेर एउटा सिंगल सब्स्टेन्स बनाएको छ भने यसलाई हामी के भन्छौँ? We call it simply combination reaction. Yes. And if one single substance is decomposed, calcium carbonate is decomposed by heating air. It is a decomposed reaction. So by simply seeing the reaction, you know the type of the reaction. कस्तो खालको reaction हो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामीले reaction हेर्ने बित्तिकै थाहा हुन्छ. That information also we know from the balanced chemical equation. Yes. Okay. The next one is there. Yes. Okay. And now next topic is the exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction.
In book there is four information that can learn from balanced.
Yes, you can read from the book also. I have collected here only three. This is the note I have prepared myself. Yes, there are more information in the book. You can go through the books. But in short, I have concise your book here. Hey, in book there are so many activities also. You have to go through the book also. But this is the note I have made myself for you to understand easily. Hey, and
so reaction hospital
yes, maybe in the chapter we'll do revision in the revision class. You'll know it. Okay, if you have forgot it, but you can take help from your friend also. In this chapter, the revision once, then at the time I'll discuss your problem.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction and thermic are based on the. These are also the type of the reaction based on the heat, on the basis of heat. Heat को आधारमा चाहिँ chemical reaction लाई दुईटा type मा चाहिँ divide गरेको छ. On the basis of heat, they are exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Just see here exothermic reaction. See here. Exothermic reaction. Who can read out this topic? Exothermic reaction.
The chemical reaction which releases heat to the surrounding is known as exothermic reaction. For example, burning of coal, reaction of zinc metal with acid, etc. See, carbon plus oxygen 2 equal to carbon oxide 2 plus heat.
Okay. Carbon dioxide plus heat. Okay. Carbon dioxide plus heat. Yes, exothermic reaction means from the topic you see here exo. What do you mean by exo? Exo भनेको के हो? इङ्ग्लिसमा एक्जो भनेको के हुन्छ? एक्जो भनेको के हुन सक्छ इङ्ग्लिसमा?
Sir, don't know. Sir, don't know.
Exo means out. Exo means out, no? Indo means in. Out. Exo means out. Thermic means heat. Thermic means heat. Thermometer भन्दैन? Heat measure गर्ने. Thermometer हुन्छ thermic means heat. Exo means out. Thermic means heat. Heat is out. And how does this happens? During the chemical reaction. The chemical reaction takes place. Then heat is released. Heat is out from the chemical reaction. Then is the exothermic reaction. For example, I think you know very well. In winter season, what we do in our room to make warm? What we do?
Sir, heater.
We use heater. Yes. Why do we use heater?
To keep our body warm in winter season.
To maintain the temperature, to make the warm our room. Yes. And similarly, in local areas in village where there is no heater, what does they do?
Sir, they burn fire. Sir,
yes, they burn fire. They burn charcoal. Yes, the very easy way is they burn charcoal. In some vessels like tagai, they will keep the charcoal and it can be kept inside the room also. Yes or no? Yes. And charcoal is what? Charcoal is carbon. and this charcoal carbon will burn in presence of oxygen and from CO2 heat, CO2 carbon dioxide, and it will release the heat. Yes or no? हामीले गाउँ के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि गाडीमा चाहिँ चारकोलहरू राख्छौँ, चारकोलहरू राखेर will burn it to make our room warm. So what does the reaction takes place there? The reaction takes place there between the charcoal and oxygen. Oxygen is present in the atmosphere, yes, and charcoal is there, and charcoal will start burning in presence of oxygen when you ignite fire. When you initiate the reaction by the fire, by igniting the fire, then carbon start to burn, charcoal start to burn. Yes, charcoal will start to burn, and it forms carbon dioxide. Along with the formation of carbon dioxide, heat is released. Understand or not? It will be released along with the formation of carbon dioxide. So such type of reaction. Not only this, zinc metal. If you keep zinc metal in a test tube or wool bottle anywhere, and you put an acid in them, if you put an acid in them, then that jar or wool bottle or any jar you kept there the zinc, you are conducting the experiment practical, or if you are conducting this experiment in the test tube, then that test tube becomes warm. If you touch that test tube, you feel warm. This reaction of zinc with acid, it is not as much as carbon charcoal burning, but that also produces the heat to some makes the wool bottles or this test tube warm. So such type of reaction are called the exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction means the reaction which release heat. Yes, please mute your sound, press Rahul. Press Rahul. Are listening to me, Prayas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, from, did you mute your sound?
Yes, sir.
Okay, mute your sound, eh? Otherwise, it will be disturbed. Okay, we are here 29 students taking part in class A, 20 students only. Then, did you understand about this exothermic reaction or not? Did you understand about the exothermic reaction now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, exothermic reaction which releases the heat to the surrounding. Chemical reaction हुँदाखेरि जसले चाहिँ heat release गर्छ surrounding मा, which throws the heat, which release the heat, they are known as the exothermic reaction.
So त्यसो भए घाम पनि एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्सन हो?
Yes, actually, exothermic reaction is you are saying the gham. Actually, what the reaction is taking place in the sun, you don't know. I think in the sun also, sun is occupied by the hydrogen gas. Around more than 75% of the hydrogen gas is present there. Yes, and actually, what happens there is the nuclear reaction takes place there. In the sun, nuclear reaction takes hydrogen is converted into helium, and during the time, heat is released there. So nuclear reactions are also the exothermic reaction, the heat. Nuclear reaction, they are producing the heat. And during the course of conversion of hydrogen into helium, there are different steps. Hydrogen will be converted into the deuterium, deuterium again tritium, and tritium will be converted finally into the helium. And heat is released in the sun. Sun case is little bit different. It is a nuclear reaction. We are talking about the simple reaction only now here. Yes. Okay. And next is the endothermic reaction. Endo means in. Already I said endo means in. Thermic means heat. Now those reaction, chemical reaction, which absorbs the heat from the surrounding to occur. Hey. Suppose there is a calcium carbonate. Now, how do you do the reaction of this calcium carbonate? How can you accompany this reaction of calcium carbonate? That is by the absorption of heat. If you supply the heat to the calcium carbonate, the calcium carbonate will break down into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Then heat is required here or not? Heat is required here to break down the calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate will absorb the heat and the reaction takes place. So those chemical reactions which absorb the heat from the surrounding in order to take place the chemical reaction, that is known as the endothermic reaction. भनेको मतलब इन्डोथर्मिक, एक्जोथर्मिकले चाहिँ आफू रियाक्सन भएर हिट रिलिज गर्छ, इन्डोथर्मिकले चाहिँ के गर्ने रहेछ, आफू रियाक्सन हुनको लागि चाहिँ हिट एब्जर्ब गर्ने रहेछ सुरुमा, अनि मात्र रियाक्सन गरेर प्रोडक्ट दिन्छ. देन एक्सेप्ट स्वागत रिजाल or स्वागत what you are स्वागत रिजाल or what?
So Swagat Rimal.
Oh sorry, स्वागत रिमाल. Except स्वागत रिमाल. Now anyone other can say me one difference between the exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. स्वागत रिमाल बाहेक अरु कसैले भन्न सक्छ एउटा डिफरेन्स, one difference between exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction? Yes, to say, hey. Anyone, you can say. Anyone, can you say? Okay, no one is speaking. What is the reason why you are feeling shy, or what is this? Hey. You are feeling shy to speak here or what? Okay, Kushal said, please say one difference between the endothermic and exothermic reaction. Just I have fine about it. Hello, Kushal Chetri. Everybody, please switch on a video. Video. Everybody, yes. Switch on video, everybody. You are not interacting unless and until you switch on the video. If it is written on the product side, that is exothermic reaction. If it is written on the reactant side, that is endothermic reaction. Because in endothermic reaction, reactant will get the heat, and in case of exothermic reaction, product will
they will absorb the heat and give us the product.
Yes. Okay, these are the things you have to know. The next topic is the catalyst is there. Catalyst means the hot change, which makes the reaction fast or slow. That will increase or decrease the rate of chemical reaction. What do you mean by the rate of chemical reaction? Rate of chemical reaction means how much amount of the reactant is converted into the product in 1 second time. That is the rate of reaction. And if the rate of reaction is fast. If the rate of reaction is slow, or rate of reaction is value is less, then the reaction is slow. But catalyst will not take part in chemical reaction. Catalyst le आफै चाहिँ chemical reaction मा भाग लिँदैन. It will makes the reaction fast. को भइरहेको reaction fast गराउने या ढिलो गराउने गर्छ, काम गर्छ. And if it increases the rate of chemical reaction, makes the reaction fast, that is positive catalyst. And if the catalyst is making the reaction slow, that is called negative catalyst. And the catalysts are specific to the chemical reaction. Means in one chemical reaction, some chemicals will act as a catalyst. It does not mean that it should have to act as a catalyst in all the chemical reaction. कुनै एउटा केमिकल रियाक्सनमा चाहिँ जस्तै म्याग्नेसियस डाइअक्साइडले चाहिँ पोटासियम क्लोराइडको डिकम्पोजिसनमा चाहिँ पोजिटिभ क्याटलिस्टको काम गर्यो भने अब म्याग्नेसियस डाइअक्साइडले चाहिँ सबै केमिकल रियाक्सनमा पोजिटिभ क्याटलिस्टको काम गर्छ भन्ने छैन. It will act as a catalyst in that same chemical reaction only. So catalysts are specific to the reaction, means the catalyst will act as a catalyst in the same chemical reaction only. Sometimes it may happen in other reaction also, but it doesn't that it acts as a positive catalyst or it acts as a negative catalyst in all the chemical reaction. सबै chemical reaction मा चाहिँ अब त्यो substance ले चाहिँ catalyst को रूपमा काम गर्छ छैन. Understood or not? This is the thing. So simply catalyst I have here which alter means increase rate of chemical reaction is called catalyst, and catalysts itself do not take part in chemical reactions and are specific to the chemical reaction. Yes, there are two types of catalysts. The catalyst which increase the rate of chemical reaction, means which makes the reaction fast. That is negative catalyst. Manganese dioxide is used as a catalyst here in potassium chlorate. By the use of manganese dioxide, the temperature is lower here. A catalyst is going to 350 degree Celsius temperature. Catalyst is going to 250 degree Celsius में your reaction हुन्छ. So it will make the reaction fast. Negative catalyst decomposing the hydrogen peroxide, here is a glycerol. Glycerol is used here, negative catalyst. Yes, it makes the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. It will decrease the rate of chemical reaction. It makes the reaction slow. And mass of the catalyst remains constant. Suppose if you are using the 2 gram of catalyst in the beginning of the chemical reaction, at the end of the chemical reaction also you get the 2 gram of catalyst. It will not be used in the chemical reaction. Just it will accelerate the chemical reaction to make the fast slow. They are specific to the chemical reaction already. I said glycerol will act as a negative catalyst in the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. But it doesn't mean that glycerol act as a catalyst, negative catalyst in all the chemical reaction. सब reaction में अब negative catalyst role खेल्छ. So what is the role of catalyst? The role of catalyst is to make the reaction fast or slow only. To not
हामीले त्यो के रिएक्सन बढाउन जति क्याटालिस्ट हाल्छौं त्यो हुन्छ लारमा त्यो आएपछि नि.
At the end of the chemical reaction, the mass will remain same, constant. That means catalyst is not taking part in the chemical reaction actively. Just it will facilitating the chemical reaction to make the fast or slow only. It will not take part in chemical reaction itself. Yes. Now this topic